जस्ट क्लास स्टार्ट करने से पहले आज मैंने कुछ सुना था तो शेयर करना। निष्ठा का डाउन मैं आज सुन रहा था, एक भक्त बता रहे थे। तो इट वाज नितराम तिष्ठति इति निष्ठा, मतलब कि one who is completely situated on a certain ground, मतलब कोई स्थित है बिल्कुल, कि फिक्स्ड है। नेतराम मतलब completely सर्वतो प्रकारेण, तिष्ठति मतलब he is situated, that is निष्ठा। So अच्छा लग रहा था। तो आज हम पितृशब्द का संबोधन बचा है तो उसको हम पूरा करते हैं। So पितृ and so we have got a new sutra here for this. Radha Vishnu Janabhyam Vipasya Trivikramat Saur Haraha. This is quite important sutra. Radha. So it means Su is deleted when it comes after a Radha, a Vishnu Jana, or a word ending in an eep, which is Trivikrama. So we'll see example of Radha later when we come to Radha word. Where we'll see example of even this eep ending word later. But now we'll see example of how this su is deleted when it comes after a Vishnu Jana. So, so this is 100, 202. So by Sutra 200, what was Sutra number 200? Anya? Sutra 200 was Ramasya Pandavesham Moja. No, Ramasya Govinda Pandavesham Moja. Yeah, Ramasya Govinda Pandavesham Moja. So by 100, 200 Sutra, we apply this 200 Sutra. So it becomes Pitar. The Pitri, the Re takes Govinda, which is Ar, and then Su remains. Re Ramasya Pandaveshu Maucha. Because this Su, this 8.1 even, because this is same as 1.1, so this even Sambodhana 8.1, 8.2 and 8.3, they are also considered as Pandavas. So Re Ramasya Pandaveshu Maucha, we applied that sutra, and then we apply this sutra 202. So this is Radha Vishnu Janabhyam Ipascha Trivikramat Soraraha. It means after a Radha word is basically a ending word. After a word which ends in a Vishnu Janabhyam, and after a word which ends in long E. Radha Vishnu Ipascha Trivikramat. And if there is Su following, then this Su will be deleted. This is the meaning of the sutra. So here we'll apply this sutra 202, and because Ra is a Vishnu Jana, so this Su will be deleted because it is followed, or it is following after a Vishnu Jana. So we'll delete Su, and then which sutra will be applied here? Which sutra?
Sara Ramayor.
Yes. So hey Pitah, this is 8.1. Hey Pitah. Then 8.2 is 3 and O. So this will be Same like 1.2. Ramasya Govindah Pandaveshu Naucha. So Pitar Au and then Pitarau, Hey Pitarau. 8.3 is same like 1.3. Just as remains. So Ramasya Pandaveshu Naucha. Taras and then Sararamir Vishnu Sarva Vishnu Padante. Sararamir Vishnu Sarva Vishnu Padante. Pitaraha. So hey Pitara. So like that. This is so Pita Pitarau Pitaraha Pitaram Pitarau Pitrin Pitra Pitribhya Pitribhihi Pitre Pitribhya Pitribhyaha Pituhu Pitribhya Pitribhya Pituhu Pitrohu Pitrinam Pitari Pitrohu Pitrishu Hey Pitaha Hey Pitarau Hey Pitaraha. So this is the whole table like that. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, Purna.
So when we complete one word, so just make a chart either in your notebooks or in PCs, whatever, to facilitate the memorization part. So Pita, Pitaram, Pitrin. Is it right? I think it is Dirgha, like this. Is it? 2.3. Yeah, it is long. Pitrin and Pitra. Pitribhihi. Pitre. Then this is same. Copy. Then Pitribhyaha. Then this is Pituhu. A new sutra was there. Riramato Nasi Naso Rasya Uch. That sutra. 201. Then this is again copy paste Pitribhyam. This is Pitribhyaha. This is Pituhu. This is Pituhu. Is this long or short? I think this is Vamanasya Trivikronami. So it will be long. This is Pitari. Even this becomes Govinda here because of Riramasya Pandavesham Naucha. So that now refers to the 7.1 Ni. And and 3 Shu and then He Pitaha, He Pitarau, He. Then so this is Pita table. So you can make a separate file of all the tables where whatever words we are covering, so we can uh, make it in a separate file so that we can memorize them. Next is, so it says the word Jamatri and so on follow the same pattern. Jamatri and so on means many words like Matri, Bhratri. I think Bhratri is same. Let's do one more word like Pitri. Okay, do it here. Now we'll do the word Matri. Okay. So you may tell the forms now. Like Pita. 1.1.
Mata.
So the word is Matri actually. Now we are making from Matri. This is Mata. Then
Mataro.
yeah. Then
Matarah. Mataram.
Vande Mataram.
Mataram.
Vande Mataram. 2 point.
Yeah.
Then Mataram.
Ro. Same. Matrin.
Then
Matra.
this is not Matra Sparshastra Konte. That is different.
So Matribhyam. Matribhi. Matre. Same Matribhyam. Matribhyah.
Then
Matuhu.
yeah.
Last Matribhyah again same. Matu same. Matuhu. No, Matrohu. No?
Yeah. Matra.
Matrohu. Matrinam. Matari. Matrohu same. Matrishu.
Then
Then Puji Matah. Matarau. Matarah.
like that. Even I think Bratri also the same way. Brata, Bhratarau, Bhratarah, Bhratram, Bhratarau, Bhratrin, Bhratra, Bhratribhyam, Bhratribhi, Bhratre, Bhratribhyam, Bhratribhyah, Bhratuh, Bhratribhyam, Bhratribhyah, Bhratuh, Bhratroh, Bhratrinam, Bhratari, Bhratroh, Bhratrishu, He Bhratah, He Bhratarau, He Bhratarah, like that. So, like for this Mata word, you will see many examples in cases like Dhruv Maharaj. There in the verses you will find a lot of usages of this Matri words. For Pita, like Hiranyakashipu and many places. For Bhrata, you will find usages in like Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha when Hiranyaksha was dead. So like that, the usages will be found. Yes. Okay, so yeah, so the next word Jiva Goswami is taking is Nri. Nri. It's somewhat similar, but little difference. The difference is only 6.3 actually. Okay, let's do it. So now I'll do the word Nri, which means a man. So 1.1. Now you may tell the sutras and whatever how it is happening. So Nri, yes, which sutra and how.
Puji, can I just ask before we start this, like Nri is a male or it is like general human being? Exactly.
Mm, actually, Nri is just a root word. Okay. Now, from Nri becomes Nara and from Nri becomes Nari.
Oh, okay.
So Nri is a root
Hmm.
like that.
Yes.
So in this case, we are making the mess because we are doing the Purushottam Linga section. So
That is right. Okay.
masculine form.
Hmm.
Anyhow, so yes, please. 1.1 sutras you may tell.
So,
This is same like Pitri. All
Nri Pita, Nri Na.
sutra.
So, uh,
Anyone?
yeah. Sutra Puji that Rirama Sakhibhyam.
Rirama Sakhibhyam Ushanas Purudangshas Aneha Satyate Hester Swaraj Purtam Vina.
So Aj.
Yeah.
Niri
So
Aj.
Su becomes Ach.
Hmm.
So
Sarasya Haraschiti.
yeah, Sangsara se Harashiti. So it becomes Na.
Hmm.
So it is Na. Then so in this case,
Hmm. Narau. Narau.
yeah, which sutra?
So, which sutra? Ramasya Govinda. Govinda.
Yes, Ramasya Govinda Pandavesham Mamcha. So Nar and Naru. 1.3 is
Hmm.
sutra.
Naraha.
Yes. Ramasya Pandavesham Mamcha. Ramasya Govinda Pandavesham Mamcha.
Hmm.
Then 2.1 is same way Naram. 2.2 is
Narau.
Narau. Then 2.3 will be
Hmm. Nreen.
yes. Dashavtara Damshasura Ramahara Dashavtara Satya Vikramashasi. Tasmat So Nahapumsi.
Hmm.
Then 3.1 is Indra.
Nara.
Means Indri and Ta. So Ritvam Raha. So Nra. And then 3.2 is Nrityam. 3.3 is Nribhi. 4.1 will be Nre.
Nre.
Ritvam. So like that, it goes 4.2, 4.3 there, Nribhya, Nribhya, and 5.1 Nuhu. This is Re Ramato Ngasingasaurasya Uj. Okay, well, let's do this one. 5.1 3 and Ngasi. So in this case, Re Ramato Ngasingasaurasya Uj. So after a word which ends in Re Rama, the of Ngasi and Nas becomes Uj. So the becomes Uj with the indicated letter C, and the sa also remains. So Sangsara se Harashchiti. So
No.
we combine them, nus, and it becomes no.
No.
So nuhu, nrabhya, nrabhya, nuhu, nrohu. So in this case, the special thing is the 6.3. If you remember that sutra, Vamana Satri Vikramo Nami, that when Nam follows, so this is Nri and this is Nam. So when Nam follows, the Vamana takes Trivikrama, right? But that sutra continues, Vamanasya Trivikramo Nami, Nri Shabdasya Tuva. So when Nri Shabda is there, it optionally becomes Trivikrama. So one time it becomes and one time it remains the same. So one time it will become uh, so uh, I think something. Yeah, so Nri and Nrinam one time and one time it will not become, it will remain same Nrinam like that. So only this is the special thing in this word.
Mm. Puji, like we have this Nirnam, Pitrinam.
Yes, yes. So I don't know what is the usage there, first one or the second one.
The short one, Nri.
Yeah, so Nrishabdasya Tuva, they have not applied.
Hmm.
And Nrinam, Pitrinam. So Pitrinam is also 6.3. So like that. So
It is compulsorily long one only. Na?
mhm.
In Pitrinam, it will be long only. Re.
There is no option there.
No option. Okay.
And like that. So Saptami, Nari, Ndroha, and Nrish. Like that. Okay. Uh, Only difference was this 6.3. Otherwise, it's like same like with 3.
In this table, most of the words seem like very rare, having very rare usage. This,
Yeah, but when they come, then the mind is just
uh,
blown away. What is this?
uh,
Like today, I was reading something, and it said Ami. Sorry, Ami. Yeah. So
we-
I was wondering what is this Ami? Means what is this Ami? Then I just after a lot of pondering upon this word, I recalled that this is made from the word others, which is a sarvanama. So such rare usages are like, of course they're rare, but when they come and they do come, then the mind is really blown away, and then we get stuck. So like that. Nrishu, Nrinam, Nribhya, the plural cases they are well used, but Ekvachana cases they are like not very much used. But still, it's good to know. Okay, and the Sambodhan is same like Pitri. Pitaha, Naha, Narau, Naraha. Okay,
yes.
then the word is. Hmm, is this sufficient for today?
Yes.
We did three. We did. Okay. Jamatri. Okay. Can you do Jamatri right now and send it in the chat box? Same like Pitri. Just write the words
Hmm.
Jamatri. You can write privately or openly. No issue. Jamatri. So please write the Rupas, the forms, all 8 into 3 forms, 24. Jamat.
Sorry.
Amisha.
Oh, while pressing enter, it is sending actually. I was trying to, I don't know. Yeah, I was trying to write in separate line, but pressed enter and it sent only.
So this is Bhakti Rasana Sindhu. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Last time we studied till here. So Eva Bhakti Vakyas Atyantikula Vritah. Study from here. सालोक्य इत्यादि पद्यस्थ भक्त उत्कर्ष निरूपणम भक्तिर्विशुद्धा विशुद्धता व्यक्त्या लक्षणे पर्यवस्यति. So in the padya, in the verses before, starting from salokya and so on, so there was nirupan. Nirupan means mm, so it was the utkarsha, the superiority, the superior nature of the devotees was determined. How? Because uh, even if the five types of liberations or either of them they are offered to a devotee, they do not accept them except for the service to the Supreme Lord. So that's how the Utkarsha, the superior nature of the devotees, was determined, Nirupita, Sampadita in these verses. Bhaktehi Vishuddhata Vyaktya Lakshane Paryavasyati. And so now, uh, in the following symptoms, which will be coming up the next verse, the pure devotional service or the pure nature of bhakti will be determined or defined in the following symptoms, which are just following up. So they are as follows, which are very famous. Kleshagni. Generally, devotees they pronounce it as Kleshagni. Isn't it?
Yes.
Means even myself, after couple of years, I realized that it is not Kleshagni, it is Kleshagni. So Kleshagni Shubhadha Moksha Laghuta Krit Sudurlabha Sandra Nanda Visheshatma Shri Krishna Akarshani Chasa. So these are 6 symptoms of pure devotional service. Why is this sa? Why this is not tat or why this is not sah? Any guess? What does this sa refer to? Is this sare gama pa? Sa?
Uttama Bhakti.
Yeah. And then next, why is this sa with a long a? Why this is not sah or why it is not tat?
Because Prabhuji, it is Uttama. That is why.
Yeah, means you are going in right direction. Then for
Uh, feminine gender.
yes, yes, yes.
Because bhakti is feminine gender.
Yes, because bhakti is a feminine gender, so that's why the pronoun used here for bhakti is also in the same gender. That's why sa, like sa Gita,
Hmm.
sa Gita. So Gita is again feminine, so sa Gita, sa Gita. And if it is Gitaha, so it will be Saha Gitaha.
Hmm.
Saha Gitaha because masculine, so masculine. Geetam, let's suppose that the word Gita can be used in all three genders. So if we say 1.1 Geetam, then what will be used?
Hmm.
What is that?
What is the question, Proji?
If Gita is used in 1.1 as a Napunsak Linga,
Hmm.
neutral, then Tat Geetam.
Tat. Punsak tat.
Yeah, Tat Geetam. So like that, we have to identify. So because Bhakti is being discussed, that's why Sa refers to Bhakti. Okay. And all these are Visheshanas, adjectives for Bhakti, for Sa. So that's why all of these are in Lakshmi Linga. Gni, this is Lakshmi Linga. Da, uh, this is also Krit, this is also Lakshmi Linga. Sudurlabha, it is not Sudurlabha.
Hmm.
Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. That Mahatma is masculine, that's why it is Sudurlabha. But this Bhakti is feminine, Sudurlabha. So likewise, Krishna Garshini Visheshatma. So first one is Kleshagni. Kleshagni refers to Kleshan Papadi in Hanti. This is what I'm reading is from other edition, which defines each word, and it's in Bengali script. Otherwise, I would have shared this one. So Kleshagni refers to Kleshan. Okay, let me write into word file actually. So what was it? Kleshagni. So six symptoms, symptoms or characteristics, whatever, of pure devotional service. So this is Kleshagni is referred to Kleshan. What kind of Kleshan? Papadin Anti. Anti means Nash Yati Iti. So this is the definition of Kleshagni. If you remember in Bhagavad Gita 1 point means first chapter, Jagnu, again and again that word was coming. Jagnu. That the conch shells were blown. Any birds you remember? Any mm, Dadmau. It was Dadmau actually. Jagnu.
Dadmo Shankho.
Yeah. Anyways,
Dadmo.
that was a different verb. But Gni is so Kleshan Papadin Hanti Nasheti iti. It means pure devotional service Nasheti. It destroys all kinds of papas. That will be described in the next verse. What are those different kinds of papas, kleshas? So here klesha refers to all kinds of papas, which includes adhyatmic klesha, adhibhautik, and adhidevik, and the fourth one introduced in Kali Yuga, adhyantrik klesha even. Have you did you hear about that? Adhyantrik klesha. Okay, anyways. So Shubhada,
What is the meaning? What truly? What is that? Adhyat?
Adhyantrik. Who can tell Adhyantrik Klesha?
Adhyantrik. Yantrik. Yantrik. Yantra. Machine. Mobile.
So technological problems.
Oh.
This is, I don't know whose commentary, but Shubhada refers to Shubhani Mangalani Dati iti. So this is quite clear. One who gives bestows auspiciousness is pure devotional service characteristic. Then moksha laghuta krit. Okay, let me just put some hyphens. Just by reading this moksha laghuta krit, who can tell what does it mean? What does moksha mean?
Liberation.
What does laghu? Okay, what does laghu mean?
Small. Insignificant.
Okay, and what does krit means?
To make.
So altogether, what does it mean? Like,
So bhakti makes liberation insignificant or very small.
yes, yes, yes. So the what do you say? Yeah, vigraha. Vigraha vakya goes like this. Mokshasya apavargasya laghutam tuchhatam karoti iti. So moksha means apavargasya, and one who, yeah, the same meaning which Prabhuji told. It makes the liberation look or really be tuchha in front of your devotion service. And even earlier also, Srila Rupa Goswami compared the pure devotional service to an ocean, and he compared liberation to what? Which water body?
Yes.
I'm sorry. In one of the previous verses, Rupa Goswami he compared pure devotional service to an ocean, and he compared liberation to one particular water body. What is that? Uh-huh. He compared it to a river actually, if you remember. So even in that verse, he compared did that. Then Sudurlabha. So Sudurlabha refers to Dushprapa. So Dushprapa means which is very difficult to be obtained. Okay, this we know Sudurlabha. Because bhakti is Sudurlabha, that's why a devotee, pure devotee is Durlabha, and that's what is said in Gita. Samahatma Sudurlabha, isn't it? Because pure devotional service is Sudurlabha, that's why even a pure devotee is Sudurlabha. So, some match the following. The next one is San. I'm sorry, Sandrananda Visheshatma. Visheshatma. It means it Sandraha. What does Sandra means? Anyone? Sandra means
Concentrated,
yep,
highly concentrated.
yes. Ghanaha. Ghanibhut. Sandraha is equal to Ghanaha, it means that यह आनंद विशेष. I'm writing all these meanings, samas vigrahas, because I think they are quite important. So that's why. सांद्रः घनः यह आनंद विशेषः ब्रह्म ओके ब्राह्मण ब्रह्म आत्मा स्वरूपः. Yeah. So it basically means Atma means Swarupah, and Ananda Vishesha means Brahmananda Adhikah. That happiness which is even beyond the happiness derived from merging into the impersonal Brahman. That is Ananda Vishesha. And Sandra means Ghana. So pure devotional service is the concentrated form of the happiness which is higher than or which is beyond the happiness of derived from merging into impersonal Brahman. So this is Sandra Ananda Visheshatma. Then the last one is Shri Krishna Karshini. This is one. Karshini. This is quite simple. Shri Krishna Akarshini. Interesting. Shri Krishnam Sarva Karshakam Api Akarshayati. Akarshayati Vashikaroti. So even though Shri Krishna is Sarva Karshakam, he attracts all, but pure devotion service attracts even Shri Krishna, who attracts everyone. Just 1 minute, please. Yes. So this is, and actually that's how we can have, just a rational guess that only Srimati Radharani is one who can attract and Krishna. So that's how we can compare that how Srimati Radharani is the personification of pure devotional service. Because pure devotional service can attract Sri Krishna, and we also know from Shastras that Radharani can attract Krishna. So, just a comparison. Yeah, so like that, this was the shloka, this one. Okay, was it clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
There is no tika in this one. Okay. Tatra asyaha kleshaghnatvam. That how now Rupa Goswami will define kleshagni. So kleshastu papam tad bijam avidya cha iti te trividha. That kleshas, there are three kind of kleshas mentioned here by Rupa Goswami. First one is papam. Second one is tad bijam. Tad bijam means pap bijam. And pap bijam is nothing but vasana. And the third klesha is avidya. So So these are the three causes: papam, papabijam, and avidya, which leads one to klesha. Yeah. And furthermore, the papam is categorized in two parts: aprarabdham bhavet papam and prarabdham cha iti tad dvidha. The pap is of two kinds. Aprarabdha, yeah. So pap is of two kinds: aprarabdha and prarabdha. So there is no commentary actually on these two, but these topics need to be clarified. Let's see if we have something here. So this is we did already. Six characteristics of pure devotional service. Kleshagni. See again, this is not Kleshagni. This is Kleshagni. Moksha Lagutakrit Sudurlava. This we did. Then this is the three causes of suffering we did just now. Avidya, ignorance. Then bijam. Bijam means papa bijam, which is the vasana, the desire, and then the papam. Then ultimately they lead to klesha, the suffering. So ignorance leads to the desire, material desire, vasana, which leads to sin, which leads to the reactions, which ultimately leads on to the sufferings of those reactions. So this was the three kinds of sufferings or causes of suffering. Then papa is furthermore divided into two types. First is prarabdha and second is aprarabdha. So basically, prarabdha is the manifest part and aprarabdha is the unmanifest part. So it says, I'll read just one Bengali excerpt and I'll translate. जे पाप अर्थात अशुभ कर्म संस्कार रूपे जीवेर सूक्ष्म देहे अवस्थित. So those ashubha karma, those activities or those reactions rather, which are situated, stationed uh, in the subtle body of a jiva. O jahar falodaya kal ekhono upasthit hoy nae, and who are not yet fructified, so they are aprarabdha, which in one word is unmanifested. And the prarabdha is as follows: ये अशुभ कर्म फलोन्मुख हयाछे ओ जहार फल भोग करिवार जन्म जीव वर्तमान देह धारण करियाछे. So prarabdha is simple. Those karmas, those reactions which have fructified already and which we are experiencing right now in this present body at present, that is the manifest or the prarabdha karmas. So yeah, this is prarabdha, and that is one very nice analogy I heard from one devotee, senior devotee, uh, of a grain tank. grain गेहूं की जो टंकी होती है, आपने देखा होगा गांव में या घरों में भी होता है. तो जो गेहूं की टंकी होती है, देखी है ना आपने गेहूं की टंकी? हरे कृष्णा.
नहीं बोल रही.
नहीं देखी? गेहूं की टंकी नहीं देखी आपने? हरि बोल. बेसिकली गेहूं की टंकी कुछ ऐसी होती है, मतलब ऐसा कुछ सीधा सीधा कुछ होता है और उसमें ऊपर से वो ऐसे सीधा होता है. अभी तो ये ड्राइंग शीट नहीं है. ऊपर से क्या करते हैं, ऊपर से ऐसे गेहूं डालते हैं उसमें स्टोर करते हैं, और नीचे यहाँ पर एक छोटा सा दरवाजा ऐसा रहता है जिसमें से गेहूं निकालते हैं. So the devotee was explaining very nicely that this reaction, this papa krama, this is something like this grain tank. How हम जो कर्म डालते हैं या जो नया गेहूं डालते हैं, वो इट्स समथिंग लाइक डूइंग मोर sinful activities and pouring it into our subtle body. And when we pour it, then the things remaining inside, which have not yet fructified, but they are inside, they are aprarabdhas. अप्रारब्ध. अभी उसको फ्रुक्टिफाई नहीं हुआ, पर वो इट्स वेटिंग, हमारा नंबर भी आएगा, विल बी नेक्स्ट टू फ्रुक्टिफाई. And the grains which we are using, they are like prarabdha karmas which we are using right now. So very nice analogy here. So like that, this prarabdha and aprarabdha cycle goes. So then in the next verse, what is the time? Okay, we'll do the next verse from tomorrow on. Yeah. Any discussion or anything on this part? There was no commentary on these verses which we studied today. Only shlokas. So I think it was okay. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.